146 Bank.
I'm ready.
Welcome to the show, man. How's everything going?
Everything going great, man. Life's treating me well.
I could tell. Franklin, that's a new record. I mentioned that before. Al Nice sent me that over. That's going to be one of those ones for real. I believe that. Pittsburgh, you're representing
Yeah,
for Pittsburgh. So why don't we get into some of the early roots here? You growing up in Pittsburgh, and it was at a young age too with your brother. You were learning how to freestyle and things like that when it's the love of hip hop really started to take place.
right, right, right. I was young. I was probably like 12 years old for real, for real. I just started to learn how to freestyle. It was just one night after my aunt's funeral for real, for real. My older cousins. It was me, my little brother, my older cousins, and they bands. And they was basically on some, once we left the funeral, they was like, yeah, we gonna freestyle. And I'm like, what's freestyling? It was like, yeah, you just take words and you just put them together and make them make sense. Ever since then, it's on.
Ever since then,
Turned
it's been
up.
it's been going.
Yeah, ever since then.
If we could look back, what were those first impact records that was kind of your introduction to hip hop that influenced you?
Mm, I really can't say like, I mean, because like when it comes to rap, I listen to a lot of East Coast and West Coast. Like when I was a kid, like Easy Does It was one of the tapes for real that made me go crazy. That the Snoop Dogg Doggy Style.
Classic. Those are two classic records. I like Easy Does It. No one ever brings that up. I think Nobody Move is a great song. That
Yeah, yeah,
one's, yeah,
on
Nobody
everything.
Move, Nobody
On
Get
that was
Hurt.
my favorite song for real, for real. They came in
Wow,
and recorded
yeah.
Susie, pulled out the 17 Uzi and all
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? For real. But I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of Fabs with Desert Storm for real was my shit too. Like a lot of
That's classic.
fabulous, yeah. Like so, them was the ones that really had impact on me. Like once I start getting my teen years, Soldier Slim was my boy. Like that was my guy. For real. Soldier Slim is still one of my favorite artists to this day.
Yeah, it's tough. He's definitely one of those ones for sure. What about Pittsburgh? When we look at the Pittsburgh-based Wiz Khalifa, were you inspired by some of these guys? Did you even get to run into them? Because you've been doing this for a while now with the music.
Yeah. I mean, I know Wiz. Wiz cool. Wiz cool. Good people's like. I know Wiz and Chevy and a lot of
Chevy
his
Woods.
little arts bros for real, for real. Yeah. When Chevy Woods was Kev the Hustler, like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Kev the Hustler, Smalls Money, Boaz, and my boys and them from the Duke. You know what I'm saying? Duke Kane boys like HE.
Crazy.
Yeah. What's some influences?
Yeah, those are the influences right there. You got Pittsburgh. What do you think because I feel as though when we think of Pittsburgh, you got a lot of people that have come out of there, but it's still underrated. What do you think is kind of missing for Pittsburgh to take you guys to the next level and put you on that level of an Atlanta or something like that?
I mean, one thing for real, like us, if we could just come together, any part of one side could just come together and really put on so people could see how we really are and our real culture when we come through. Like it's gonna be something epic. Need really like one base person that's really that can show them the street side of things. Like we missing unity.
Mm.
That's our biggest thing that we missing. Like is unity.
And that's what you're trying to do. That's going to be something that you do.
Yeah, for surely.
That's what's needed. That's what's going to take Pittsburgh to the next level. Big Steeler fan? You a Steeler guy?
Yeah, die hard, die hard, die hard, die
Yeah, are you going to
hard.
get Aaron Rodgers, you think? There's a lot of rumors going out there still.
Yeah, I don't know. I doubt if we get him for the little bit of time for a year or whatever. We might get him for a season. We might not. I'm really not too big on that. You know what I'm saying? He beat us in the Super Bowl one time. So
Yeah, 'cause with Green Bay, yeah, that is
yeah,
crazy that he could eventually end up on the team that he beat years ago, which is wild.
yeah, yeah. I don't like that. We just need somebody who can really throw the ball downfield, get it done. Just get it to the receivers.
Yeah. And now you don't have Pickens anymore because you traded him to the Cowboys. So now you're a receiver down.
Yeah, Pickens was pissed. Pickens was pissed about that.
Yeah. You got Metcalf on the other side, but it would have been better if you had those and Pickens. That would have made
Both of
more
them,
sense.
both of them is a duel. It would have made way. It would have made way more sense.
It would have. Crazy. I feel bad for the Steelers 'cause I feel, I mean, well, you always make the playoffs, but I just, if Mason Rudolph is going to be the starting quarterback for the season, it's like you went backwards because you got rid of him. You brought in Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. You had two quarterbacks there. Now you don't have anyone. It's crazy.
Right. We end up getting rid of them too. But
It's
I don't know if you
unbelievable.
could do that in the zone.
No, yeah, it's
This is
crazy.
shorty.
It's wild.
Just keep the plan.
It's wild for sure. How about we get into the port to when you really start to make moves and getting connections within the industry, when you really start to take the jump into making moves and doing this for a
Right.
living.
Right. That's what I'm striving to do. L Nice, he helping. He put me in some situations like the whereas though he the one that told me for real. Like when he really heard my music and like got to meet me, it was like, I don't know what's wrong with people. People just be rapping without a purpose. Like basically telling me I was good and I'm talented at it, but I'm just doing it without a purpose.
Mm. And when I heard the music, especially the trap pain, I was checking out some of the stuff that you had on YouTube. I was like, yeah, this guy's talented. He can rap. It's lyrical. That's the main thing. I was like, yeah, I could tell.
No doubt. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I just need to be heard more. Like my music just need to get out there more. He got me doing a project with Maino right now. So me and Maino about to drop an EP, a 6-song EP, couple videos to it too. So
That's fire. How did you initially get connected with L Nice?
I got connected from L Nice because I rock with Bigger Rankin. Bigger Rankin, man, that's the OG. That's my big homie. He put me in this situation, and it just led to another situation. Then boom, met Nice. Now with Nice, it's leading the situations.
Yeah, especially to Maino. How was it with working with Maino in the studio? How was that? Now you got an EP dropping with him.
Yeah, well, we ain't get to get into the studio yet. We got one song. I'm gonna get the song to you. We got one song done. It's still, processes with the payment because it was large. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no little light
Yeah.
project. You feel me? Money wise.
When
So
can we expect the project? Is there kind of a timeline on when you're going to release that?
before the summer,
Before the summer,
before the summer's over.
before it's over.
Yeah, because I also got a EP dropping with my man's. I don't know. He signed a Taylor Gang. My man Fed the God.
Okay, yeah, he's been on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've had him on my
that's my
show.
brother.
Yeah, underrated.
Mm-hmm. Super. We Pittsburgh artists. We underrated. I'm super underrated. But as soon as they let me get in there, it's over.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Yeah, they're not ready for it, but they have to be because I feel as though with the lyrical talent that you have, we need more of that in hip hop, and especially coming out of Pittsburgh, because I feel as though there's a lot of untapped talent there, and now it's the time for you to, like you said, bring it all together with unity.
What to do? Because I got some of the hottest artists, like the younger generation, that what I mean, got respect for me and look up to me and shit like that. And they close to me. You feel me?
Mhm. But who are some now with taking things? Are you you have your own label right now? Do you have that set up kind of with your own imprint?
Yeah, I got that in process. It's called a racked up, racked up music group, NTL National Trappers League.
Are you looking to sign these artists that you're locked in with, the younger artists that are looking up to you?
No, cause I mean, like, I, I'm one of these. Like, if I see you flourishing, you talented, you got respect out here in the streets, you got respect at your craft for what you doing. If I rock with you, I'm gonna do everything I could help you put yourself into position and let you shine. Like you feel me? And you determine if you want to doing your thing. I'm just gonna put you on. Like,
It's gonna help him out.
yeah, I'm one of them.
No, that's real. With the song Franklin, is this gonna be off of a separate album that you have on the way? That's or is that just gonna be the single?
No, that's gonna be a single, but it's definitely gonna be on my album. Franklin's gonna be on my album that I drop.
Hmm.
That's what I'll be dropping before the summer is over. I got a lot of things coming up, but I was in a like bad car accident. You know what I'm saying? February 25th. So I broke my pelvic, my hip,
Oh man.
my femur, my fibula, my tibula, my toes, my foot, my ankle. I broke everything except for my knee.
Wow. How's the recovery going? Because that's a lot.
Oh, oh man, battling. How could I say, like, you get depressed in this little phase that I'm going through for real, for real. So it's like really battling with that and staying sane and not getting discouraged because where I started off, I was taken back off and I was basically more consistent than I ever been at this music shit before this car accident. And it's like the car accident just knocked me like 10 steps back for real.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you kind of see relation there? Because I remember when Kanye, you hear the stories and you know that journey, or rather, so you kind of relate to that when he had his car accident and kind of you're going through that through the wire phase in a way.
Yeah, because it
Mhm.
was a deadly car accident. Like it split my shit right down the middle. I had a Dodge Demon 2022, 23. The last year they made it. So
Man,
if you see it, you will be like, oh man, this dude's blessed. He like really got a purpose. Like the car accident that I was in, people don't make it out of.
no, I mean you definitely have a purpose, and that's why you're still here. I don't want to discredit anyone who isn't here with us anymore, but I
Right,
feel as though there's a lot that you have to offer, and we can hear that just
right,
from listening to the tracks.
right,
And
right,
that's
right.
important. Have you thought about going to therapy at all? Because it's definitely a traumatic experience.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I've been dealing with the therapy and mental health shit since I was about 5 years old for real.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got a therapist and I'm going through therapy. I'm in that shit now as we speak.
No, that's important. Yeah, no, you definitely are going through a lot. And that's something that I'm going to be praying for you to keep pulling through here because you got a lot on the way. And I think the biggest takeaway you can really look at from this is that you're still going and you got these big things coming up with Maino and Fed the Gods. You're still going. That's the main thing. It hasn't stopped you.
Then I lost my child 2 weeks ago, miscarriage, 2 months old.
Man, no, I'm sorry to
So
hear
my
that.
wife had a miscarriage. No doubt, and I appreciate it. I'm just striving to stay headstrong mentally.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. It's just yeah, that kind of just that leaves me speechless when hearing about that. That's what do you think it is? Because I feel as though I go through those periods, not to that level that you've gone through, but I feel as though once you get hit with something negative, it's almost you go through a cycle. Has this kind of been like a thing prior to these events before in your life?
Yeah,
It's like these negative cycles.
right. I went like, cause I really started. It's crazy. I just really started taking this music shit serious. Just we bought a box truck. I was on my way from California, me and my wife, and I just told my wife, like, look, we get back to the city, I'm really turning back up in this music shit. I'm really going hard. And you can ask her, I really jumped head first in, you know what I'm saying, and took it serious. And I was starting to see the fruits of my labor and everything. And then it's like a whole bunch of negativity came my way. But that's the devil. So when you
Hmm.
changing and you striving to live better and your character and everything is just way better than what it was, and you're not doing the same things you was doing negative, like The devil don't want to see that. He don't want to see you win.
No.
He don't want to see you win from doing positive is that. So I changed a lot of my ways, like a lot of my ways,
And
things
that's
that I
when the
used to
test comes.
do. Yeah, yeah, and that's what I've been going through. You know what I'm saying? I've been prevailing though.
That's important. And I think that's going to show you the true testament to that you're going to get to that place that you've been working to be because
Right,
you haven't let any of the adversity stop you.
right, right. Head on, driving through it.
That now with all these experiences that you've been dealing with, have you put any of these onto to wax at all? Have you been going to the studio and just during this
Oh,
time and really
whoa.
putting this being vulnerable on the tracks about what you've been going through?
Well, not really, but I am because I got a real story to tell. Like, once I really get there and people hear my story, they gonna be like, man, he went through so much. Like, right now, where I pulled over to talk to you at
Hmm.
is one of my best friends. This is where he was murdered at, dumped out the car. I'm at his little site, like,
Man,
right in front of his morgue.
that's wild. It's
Real
deep.
shit.
My condolences there too. Just a lot that you've dealt with, and I think there's going to be a lot to tell here with this album. Because how are you going to kind of frame this album that you got on the way, especially with Franklin? Because I feel as though it could
Well,
be something like a documentary on
right.
recording.
Well, it was, my project was called The Coldest Winter Ever. But everything that I just been through, it's like, nah, changing the title and everything. I don't even know what I'm gonna call it yet. It's like so much been going on. I really ain't had time to just sit and think about music, period, for real.
Yeah, I
Left
can
my
understand.
producer's house. I just left my producer's house for like about an hour ago, about an hour and a half ago. And we was just talking because I got four more songs that I need done. Then I'm gonna send it over to Bigg and Rankin and let Big do his thing.
And how did this connection with Bigger Rankin come about?
I'm keeping 1,000, man. Like I'm scrolling, and I always love Big. Like you know what I'm saying, no homo. But I'm just scrolling. Boom, I end up seeing, got his number, called him, just to quote to get the prices or whatever.
Hmm.
And then when I was done with whatever song I had, matter of fact, it was this jam called 600 Degrees. I got a video on my page of it and everything. So Big went over it, and then, man, I just started calling him, and we just started communicating, and we just like into once we really locked in, like he gave me his main number, gave me his private number, and he see me keep going. Like he know all the stuff that I've been through. Him and Maino, their biggest thing was like, man, we just want you to be safe, and they gonna do whatever they can to help me get to where I need to be in music.
That's
And this is
real.
from them. When I call them, they answer.
Yeah, that's real. That shows you got real ones behind you. That's what you
Right.
need, and that's rare to find in this industry too. A lot. It's we know how it is. It's a lot of snakes. So the fact that you got Bigger Rankin and Mano, they're backing. That's valid.
Yeah, for surely I got bigger ranking than Maino backing, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a support system that you need, and that's how you know you're gonna go far when you got greats like that see your talent. It's only a
Right.
matter of time.
Yeah, because it's crazy. It's like Nice and Maino was together, boom. They called me. So Maino sent me the track over. Boom. I toasted and put my verse down. You know what I mean? It was only supposed to be a one song thing and everything. So once Maino heard my verse, he called back like, look, now I'm gonna keep it real. Like, we might as well just do an EP, couple videos. We locked in.
Fire. What kind of vibes are we getting with this? Because when we look at New York, we know the groups have come out of there. So I feel as though it can be a Pittsburgh to New York connection. But we know the duos that have come out of New York, like a Mobb Deep, MOP, Capone and Noriega. So what's kind of the vibes you're going to be giving off this EP with Maino?
Um, how could I say it? Cause man, good man, man, versatile too.
Hmm.
So you know the track that we got now is some shit about the streets for real, just prevailing and overcoming the situations and the things that we've been through. But how we gonna come? It might be just it might be a straight pain. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Expressing pain, or it can be some trap talk, like or a little bit of both.
I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to hearing this project. And I know you said we're going to be getting it before summer. So are you going to be moving around? I know you're dealing with the recovery from the injury. So are you going to be traveling around to New York? I think you mentioned California before. So are you going to be traveling too in the near future?
For, for
Hmm.
surely, I'll definitely be in Cali, back and forth to New York, fucking with Maino or whatever. Also, I'm about to move from here actually as well.
Hmm. Where and you're move? Is it to Cali that you're moving to?
2 states that moving to Texas.
Moving to Texas. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What are some important connections you got out there? Because we know Houston, that's another big base for hip hop.
Well, my uncle, my grandma, my granddad, my aunts, and all of them, they live in Texas. But I know some people around, but it ain't like music wise for real.
Hmm.
But it's like dealing with people like Nice and Bigger, you know, they'll link me with whoever they got that's dealing with the music shit.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
I'm gonna
they're all the way
pop up.
connected.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to. I'm gonna lay that shit down.
Yeah.
Once you get around me, like my chemistry and all of that, and what type of person I am, it speaks for itself. Like people love my shit. I got an addictive personality. Like I'm one of them people you want around. Good energy, great energy. Like
That's what we need. That's what we need more of in just the entertainment industry as a whole. We need someone with great energy. There's a lot of fakeness. There's a lot of people that hide who they are, and I think we need that. Now, what mentioned the personality, are there things you want to do beyond hip hop? Is there anything? Because you could probably take that to acting or even comedy. So, are there things that
I
you
thought
want to
about
venture?
definitely the acting part.
Hmm.
Like I definitely thought about the acting part and shit. That like that's some shit that I would love to get into.
What's that role? What's that big bank role? Who do you want to play? What's that type of role you want to play? If you could give me a particular part from a movie that you could see yourself in that's similar.
Uh uh shit. I ain't ever been hit with no question like that. Like you put me in like some casual business type shit. Like I don't want to have a role in a movie where I'm just some straight thugged out stereotype shit. Like anybody could have gave you an answer like, oh yeah, I want to roll like Scarface or somebody like that. No,
Tupac and Juice.
yeah, like that's just corny. Like I am who I am in the streets, and I'm strapping to get out of that to change my life in a better way.
Mhm.
So if I got a chance to play a role in a movie and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Put me in some shit like a character like Denzel or some shit like that. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Put me in some fly shit. I'm having a business conversation. You know what I mean? Intellectual conversation. Some things that men don't have. You know, a lot of these little boys don't. They can't have no real fun conversation or no real conversation in general.
it's true. That would be interesting. Yeah, I could see you doing something like that. I think that's going to be something that happens in the future. I know you're going to be focusing on the music and you may be able to display some of that, especially with some of these videos that you have on the way, whether that's what Mano, maybe you could put some skits in there too.
No, I definitely been talking to Maine. Maine was already on that talking about like if I got content and shit like that, drop it, lay it, like you know what I mean, put it up, let people see.
That's fire. Yeah, you put it in there so we could get everything that we've been hearing through the lyrics. I think
Yeah,
that'll be
no,
something.
I'm definitely thinking about some things and definitely coming up with some ideas, you know what I mean? And some creative shit.
Fire.
Yeah, more of my
How'd you
things.
get your name too? 146 Bigg Bank. How did you get that?
Oh, it's crazy. Like my name is actually like, you know what I mean? People that know me and everybody call me Kizzle and shit. But how I got bank, like 146, that's my hood. That's my
Okay.
set. You feel me? 146. I got the shit tatted all over my body. But where I got the name bank from is when I went to jail, right?
Hmm.
Every jail, everywhere I was at, I just cashed out. I always had what I want, always got what I wanted. I just was always having, you feel what I'm saying? So my man's and was like, man, you know, man, big bank, man, big bank, take little bank. Like, just always showing out for real, for real.
Big Bank take Little Bank. Yeah. I remember
Big bank,
Ice
take
Cube said
little
that
bank.
and No Vaseline.
Yeah, yeah, big bank, take little bank. Like,
Yeah.
if this dude, if he's on the pod selling all the books and he got the books, you'd be mad at me because I'm grabbing all of them or majority of them, and this ain't no cap. Motherfucker, everything I say, I stand on, and another person's gonna stand on if they know me. Like niggas get on here and be doing a whole bunch of faking and shit like that. I don't get into none of that faking. Everywhere I went in the federal system, I was having. There ain't nothing that I couldn't have, nothing that I wish I had. I was having from phones to anything, bro.
Yeah, that's wild. Have you thought about because you've been through so much? I know we mentioned it with the album, but do you kind of have this kind of like your own genius in a way to where you have someone filming or documenting your life story? You might want to put this on a mini doc.
Yeah, I actually had my man's like he part of the team, he part of the squad, racked up and all of that. My man Cow and my man C4, did they like been following me around and certain shit in my day-to-day life, recording that, just getting me content.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah, that could really highlight what you're going through, especially everything you've been dealing with the accident, especially. So, what's kind of been pulling you through besides the music thing? Is there, and you also mentioned you have therapy, you're in that as well. So, what are some other things that are keeping you grounded?
My wife, man,
Mm,
I ain't gonna lie. That's my main thing. Like that's my homie. Like we have our ups and downs or whatever and shit. But my wife,
that's real.
true best friend.
That's
Like
real.
I ain't gonna lie. Like that's my home.
Yeah, that's important too. I think that's rare too in this industry because not everyone's looking to find their one. You know what type of time people are on, and I think
Oh
that
yeah, me
that's a
and I
special
been back and
bond.
forth at it. Before I married her, we was back and forth with each other and dealing with each other for 17 years. It's been 18 years now, but
Wow.
since I was a little boy, like, she held it down. Like through my injury and bad times, like she held it down. Like that's my best friend. That's my round.
I love
Like
that.
we have our
That's
ups and
real.
downs like anybody. Like, but when I get in the industry, I'm already coming with somebody I love, I know, ain't gonna backstab me, ain't gonna run off with no paper, no shit like that. I don't have to have no worries. Like I got my forever person. My person is for me.
That's love right there.
Facts.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people strive to have, and that's something that a lot of people aren't able to get. So that's a gift right there. That's
Man.
definitely that's definitely something that's gonna hold you over for sure. But man, what's next for you? What's something that you have that you can let us know about that's next besides the Franklin record? And then you already talked to us about the EP. You got the thing with Fed. You got the EP with Fed the God dropping. So what's really next after this Franklin record?
Oh man, they heat the streets up. Like I'm about to fuck them up. Videos, like
Got the videos
uh,
coming.
videos coming. Like I'm back at it.
Fire.
Yeah, I'm back at it. Like
You mentioned Maino and Fed the God. So who are some other people you're looking to work with next? Who are some other artists?
Uh, Hot Boy, that's
Mhm.
my guy. Like, I want to say Future, but that's like some far-fetched shit for real, for real. Like, but Pluto, like Boosie, some of the Texas boys from Dallas and shit, like uh Kevin got bands,
Mhm.
my man Big Homie Kev, um, Big X, Z the Wizard, Montana, Zillionaire Doe, like them type motherfuckers, like, cause they talk that money shit, that trap shit, like that's
Mhm.
what I'm all about. That's my life.
I could definitely see you doing records with other artists. And it's not too far fetched. I mean, Mano is a big one. You know, Fed the God's been buzzing out there with Taylor Gang. So I don't think it's completely far fetched. Just keep working and you'll get there.
Right, that cause that's what I'm doing. Like once my foot get back to healthy and normal, I'm putting on till them people come holler at me, so they come find me.
Mhm. It kind of relates to too. I know you said you mentioned the fibula with Biggie because I remember Biggie got in that accident and just learning about history there, and he was that's what led him to the I think it was the Sky's the Limit record and all that, and him wanting to change what he was writing about from a more positive perspective.
Right.
That was something that was life changing too.
My phone is on 1% too, so that's my
Oh,
fault.
okay, yeah. Well, let us know what else you want to let your fans know about before your phone runs out and before we close out. Is there anything else you want to let your fans know?
Oh man, 146 bank. Just look for it, wait on it. I'm coming. We'll drop some motherfucking heat for the streets, without a doubt. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting on for the mishaps, man. Like
He
putting on
definitely
for
is.
it. The underdogs, boys who ain't never had no chance for real or been put in no situation. I'm putting on for us, man. I'm coming the streets of Pittsburgh, man. I'm gonna get us in there, man. Putting on for us, man.
Absolutely. And make sure you tune in. You gotta check out these records. Franklin's on the way. He's got some heat with Maino, Fed the God. We're gonna be looking forward to that. Pittsburgh's own 146 Bigg Bank. Thank you for coming on the show, man. You're always welcome. Shout out to Al Nice for getting us set up, and you always have a spot here on the show.
Ain't no doubt, man. I appreciate you, man. Let me know when I can hop back on the show, man. When I can
Anytime,
get
man.
back on here so I could be more ready. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And prepared. You copy
absolutely.
while I was running around and all of that. Nice hit me like, man, you got that interview. I'm like, oh,
Hey, things happen, man. As long as you're here, that's all I care about. So you're here. You brought some great insight to what you have going on, and a lot of it's tragic, but you have a lot of great things on the way as well. And I look forward to seeing it. Franklin's in my station's rotation. I look forward to everything that you got in the near future.
ain't no doubt, man. I appreciate you, man. Just shout out to my boys, man, the gang, you know,
You already
Iceman,
know.
B4, Cow, you know what I'm saying? My son, my homies, my rounds, you know what I'm saying? My kids, all my sons.
Shout out to them and let them know where they can follow you on Instagram.
You can follow me on Instagram as 146 Big Bank, or you can follow me on Facebook. It's Kizzle McKeithen, Kizzle McKeithen. It's a long last name. So,
Make sure you tap in with him. Give him a follow. He's got some heat on the way for sure.
man, for surely, bro. I appreciate you.
You already
And
know, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. Take care, and we'll be talking soon.
I'm gonna ask L Nice if I could tap in with you or whatever, get your contact info and shit. Like that, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, let him know. I'll talk to him as well. We can get connected more.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. So,
Absolutely. Let's do it.
all right, bet.
All right, 146. Enjoy the rest of your night, man.
Ain't no doubt. Appreciate
Yeah,
you. You too,
salute,
bro.
man.
Yeah.